Chelsea and Arsenal. They really seem to be going head to head for a number of sort of players a lot recently. You've got the Sesko debate now going on. The group chat's crazy. I don't know how much of it you guys see all day. Chairs and Don going at Matt and Kesh, and we're going to get him. No, you're not going to get him. We're going to get him. Where do you boys see Sesko going? I mean, Ornstein has come out and confirmed the three clubs looking at him. Man United's name's loosely connected, but it's Chelsea and Arsenal. Fabrizio has said Chelsea and Arsenal, and the decision could be made in the next week or so. How do you see this one playing out, Mo? Do you think Arsenal will do it, or do you think Chelsea are going to do Chelsea things?
Chelsea are going to do Chelsea things. They're going to convince the guy to actually join their club and to convince them.
Mo, you look like Andre Agassi today, by the way.
I am, but I'm more handsome.
You do look like Andre Agassi. What's
I'm
this
more
tennis
handsome.
racket?
But I'm more handsome.
Who?
Andre Agassi.
Andre Agassi.
You remember Andre Agassi, Terry? You remember?
Oh, so it's what you're saying, Andre Agassi. I honestly, I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Andre
Agassi, of course I remember. My brother looks like him as well. My brother looks a bit like him, but he's got a bald head, my brother. So he's proper Agassi looking.
I don't know. I just didn't do my hair this morning. So listen, I actually don't think that Sesko is the right signing for Arsenal, though. And I said that publicly many times. I think Arsenal should go for more of an experienced player, in my opinion. And don't ask me who. But I think at the end, Chelsea will get the player. I actually think that Chelsea will pay the money. Because once there is a bidding war between Chelsea and Arsenal, we know who's going to win. You know, Todd Bowley is going to say, oh, this new toy, I want it. Right? I want it. And that will prove this. And that will prove that Chelsea hasn't changed. If Chelsea going to get Sesko, nobody was hearing about Chelsea getting involved with Sesko, right? Until Arsenal went on the line and started negotiating. Now, Chelsea, oh my God, Arsenal have this new toy, or they want this new toy. I want to go and get it. Liverpool want this.
Liverpool want this new toy. I want it as well.
I want it too. And also, this is what Chelsea fans. I want the same toy, and I don't want them to get something similar. Do you know what I mean? Like the kid that don't want you to get that. In my opinion, Chelsea are going to get the play. If they're serious, Chelsea are going to get it. We know that. Chelsea will pay the money. They won't do this dilly-dally. They won't wait and negotiate. They're going to go, how much? 50, 60. We're going to pay that money for him, and they're going to get him. Is it the right move for Chelsea? No. Is it the right move for Arsenal? Depends. But mostly no for me. Unless they are reliant on Havertz being the guy that will start for them next season. But I think they should move on and pay the money and get a more experienced striker. But they're going to get a 21 years old. It's a 21 years old with one season
they're looking
in the Bundesliga.
They're also about to start talks with Olise, Chelsea. So, I mean, do you look at this, Sam, as does Chelsea mean business, or are they buying too many youngsters again, in your opinion?
You know, big up to the Football Terrace. I actually love making appearances on Football Terrace. This is, for me, the best football fan YouTube channel. There is nothing like this, despite many attempts to copy this. This is the original. This is the OG. This is the best fucking platform. I know for a fact footballers have watched stuff on YouTube. I've seen footballers on my spaces as well. I've spoken to Danny Simpson before as well. Big up to him. I just want to say one thing quickly. Guys, I have a message for Olise and for Sesko if you're watching this right now. You could be just scrolling on your phone on your busy day and you're just scrolling on your phone. Do not move to Chelsea. Do not commit career suicide. I just want to give you a piece of advice. Call Moises Caicedo. Make the call to Moises Caicedo right here, right now. Make that phone call this very second. Ask him, how did it go, Moises, choosing Chelsea over Liverpool? We could have been playing Champions League. I could have been a Premier League winner. You could have won a trophy with me this season. You could have been managed under Jurgen Klopp. Yet you decided to chase the money. And I want to say something to Sesko. And I'm going to say this publicly right now. If you back yourself as Benjamin Sesko, and you have any brain cells, why the hell would you choose Chelsea over Arsenal? Why on earth would any player on this entire planet and the entire planet choose Chelsea over Arsenal? I go to Arsenal. I have stability. I know that the ownership are not rash and they're not going to sack Arteta after a month. I know that the manager is there to stay. I know the style of football I play. I know that I'm going to be playing Champions League football. And if I'm Sesko and I back myself and I believe in my own abilities If me as Sesko, I believe in my own abilities, I will make the move to Arsenal and I will force myself to the starting 11. I will force myself into the Arsenal starting 11. Let Arsenal say publicly that Kai Havertz is the starter. And does that mean that Sesko has no chance? What if Sesko comes on in a game and he scores a hat-trick? What if Sesko comes on the game after and he scores 2 goals and wins them the game? You think Arteta won't give him a chance? Of course Arteta would give him a chance. Of course he could become Arsenal's starting striker. If I'm a football player right now and I had to make the choice between putting my future in the arms of Iqbali, Bowley, Winstanley and Stewart, or putting my future in the structure that has been fixed at Arsenal and in Mikel Arteta's hands, I'm 100% going to Arsenal. And it's the same thing with Olise. It's the same thing with Olise. You know what it is if I'm Olise? I'm not making that Chelsea move at all. At all. Because you're telling me right now Enzo Maresca would be my manager. I'm going to ask everyone in the chat right now a question. And we're going to do it a different style. No paragraph answers. Just tell me yes or no. Would any of you be shocked if Enzo Maresca sacked by December? Just tell me yes or no right now. One word answer. See how many no's pull up in the chat. See how many no's you're about to see in the chat from people who support all different clubs around the world. No one would be shocked whatsoever if the manager that Olise sits down, interviews, has a conversation with, is gone by December. And that's how erratic, irrational, and stupid, to be frank, the Chelsea ownership have been. All Chelsea are doing are just copying off of other people's homeworks. Hey, Liverpool, you want Somerville? Guess what? I want him too. Hey, Man United, you want Olise? Hey, guess what? I want him too. Hey, Arsenal, you want Sesko? Guess what? I want him too. There is no clear direction at Chelsea whatsoever. They have no idea what they're doing. And you still have Chelsea fans come here objectively saying with a straight face, I expect top 4 and a trophy next season. They don't understand. Look at what your club is telling you. Maresca is a project manager. Maresca is the new Arteta, essentially, in their minds. The signings that you're making are all project signings. They're saying, I'm not going to sign Osimhen. I'm not going to sign any of these stars that you guys want. I want Somerville. I want Sesko. I want players like that who are development level players. Look at what they're telling you. And yet you come here telling me you're going to win a trophy and finish in the top 4. No, you're not. No, you are not. And you're all going to be Maresca out by December time when you're going to be in 10th place, 9th place, talking about objectives and all this type of shit. At the end of the day, if I'm Sesko, I'm choosing Chelsea. And guess what? If I'm Olise, I'm choosing Man United. Are you going to call me salty and jealous now? Because Man United are my biggest rival. But I would rather go to Manchester United, guaranteed starter. I trust my future in the hands of Berada, Wilcox, these guys, than I would do it with Winstanley and Stewart and these guys. These guys that have been absolutely turning Chelsea into Brighton 2.0. And you could see it by the decisions that they're making. This is the second summer of the Todd Bowley ownership where Terry comes here and says, Chelsea have to make 25 to 30 million in funds before July so they could spend some money.
So just on it as well, I mean, Chelsea have published. Chelsea have given the information to the media who have published that Maresca has stated in his job interview, this squad is good enough to challenge Arsenal and City for the Premier League title next year.
That's a load of bullshit.
If Chelsea win the Premier League next season, I will dye my hair blue and I will sing the most famous Chelsea song for a whole 5 minutes, and I will wear a Chelsea shirt on the stream, and I will make a public apology to Chelsea and every single Chelsea fan.
No, that's not what we want. Do you think Chelsea can finish above Liverpool next season?
Depends who is signed in the summer transfer window, but most likely no.
No, you don't think so. Do you think Chelsea can challenge for the Premier League at all?
No.
Okay, do you think Chelsea... Okay, I'm serious questions just to come up with a conclusion. Do you think Chelsea can finish above Aston Villa and Spurs and these guys?
Possibly.
Yes. Okay, so you think Chelsea can make top 4? Okay, small percentage. Okay, even if they buy Olise and Sesko and these guys, you don't think...
I don't think they're better than Villa. I don't think they're better than Spurs on paper. And if Man United make the right signings that they're looking at... By the way, today, Man United 3 signings they're looking at is Todibo, Branthwaite, and Olise. That strengthens Man United beyond you can imagine.
I wouldn't tip anyone to go to Man United now before they sort out the manager thing before Chelsea.